Hello, MDU family. Miss Misty here. I'm going to be sharing with you the highlights from our family chat number 2, which took place on Saturday, April 25th at 7 p.m. We started our conversation with families by asking them to tell us something that is great in their life right now or something that they are still grateful for in this time. We just believe it's a great discipline to focus on what is still going well and celebrating the things that we still have, even though so much of what we envision for our Vision 2020 year and recital is not what we expected. Indeed, it has been a journey. I've used the phrase often that we were handed a pile of lemons, but in true MDU fashion, we have turned it into hopefully the best lemonade possible. And a big piece of that was transferring our services immediately to a distance learning environment without missing a beat. Here's what that has looked like. And this is some of the love that our kids are seeing in that online environment. It's a snapshot here from one of Miss Emily's classes, but I love reading, "You've got this, don't give up, do your best, try again," and saying this is the best part of our week. So thank you again for joining us in that distance learning environment and all of the places and things that we have done to go above and beyond, including the sports break and the masterclass Monday. We did a movie night, crafting. We let Zen and Pow take over our social media and give our kids some awesome classes, adults too. We had story time. My mom got online. Smile time with Miss Sandy. We did some grown-up grooves and also partnered with some national companies to provide some professional level workshops, which we have loved doing. Our kids have been so great about this transition at home and reminding our communities stay at home so we can get back to dance class. I just love seeing these bright faces, and indeed, I know the future is bright, not just for our kids, but for our community. You probably remember from our first conversation that we opened our doors to Children's Treehouse when they needed some overflow space, and when that need was met, then we shifted our attention to the Boys and Girls Club. So we are doing everything we can for our kids' classes and above and beyond, and also helping our neighbors, and we're proud that we were able to provide over 4,000 meals for our neighbors, and we've been helping studio owners all around the globe. We hosted a state of the industry address for competition companies, convention companies, curriculum companies, costume companies. We had studio owners for a town hall, for a training about how to dance online. We did one for teachers and one for parents. So really going above and beyond in every way possible to deliver services and to keep our teachers and our faculty plugged in, working, and doing what they love. So thank you. You really, truly kept us together during a very difficult time, and we can't say thank you enough. Now we've talked about what it looked like to keep everything going. Now let's look like what it's going to be like to come back together. I want to let you know that in considering coming back together, we take the safety of our kids and family and our responsibility to our staff and the community seriously. So any and all considerations we've made towards moving face to face is being done with the utmost care and consultation with our local leaders and authorities. So the piece you're probably most interested in is how do we reimagine recital when currently we are still practicing safer at home? Well, we are looking to our state and to our local health department for guidance on that. And we know that as we move from our current condition of safer at home towards a hoped new condition of phase one, it opens up some possibilities for us with some restrictions. So I've noted here on the left, you'll see that even when we get to that place where we can start meeting again face to face, there still is a recommendation for social distancing when possible and limiting assembly to a maximum group size of 10 people. Additionally, we're going to have to jump through some gating requirements to transition from safer at home to that phase one where we can meet face to face, including everything listed here that's focused on testing, labs, tracing, PPE, and health system capacity. And they're also, of course, tracking what the actual COVID activity is in the area and wanting to see that drop consistently before they move us from safer at home to phase one. So with the prospect of potentially moving to phase one toward the end of the month, and with the limitations still in place currently and in phase one, we are reimagining recital in two different ways. The first is a virtual recital experience, and the second is a red carpet recital experience. Let's look at them one at a time. So the first is our virtual recital experience, and we will be doing this during our last week of classes, May 11th to 16th, right during your regular class time, right on Zoom. This is something you're already familiar with, and we want to celebrate with you there. We're asking the kids to fix their hair, wear their costume, bring their smile, energy, family, pets, stuffies. We want you on your device to be, maybe your phone, to be FaceTime or videotaping what's happening for grandparents and extended families. And we are going to condense the whole rehearsal, performance, and finale experience, including a group photo at the end where we'll screenshot their smiling faces. And this is what it will look like. So we've been practicing, we've created some backgrounds for our teachers and for our students to create the experience of being on a stage while still staying safer at home. Because we know when we hit that week of May 11th to 16th, we will still be practicing safer at home. The second experience is for when we transition out of safer at home and get into phase one. This is what we are calling our red carpet recital experience, where every child will be the star. Now, this is for you, the individual. The other experience is focused on the class, is focused on the teacher, it's focused on the group. This is for individuals. So we will be inviting one child plus 3 guests. They will drive up. They will have an arrival experience, including red carpet and the velvet ropes and the music and the lights, and a professional host, which will be one of our teachers dressed up in an awesome way, bringing them to stage 2, which is this photo experience. We'll have their photo taken on our professional backdrop, and you will get a digital copy of that. Going on to step 3, which is our stage experience, where they will have an opportunity to perform their dance on our MDU stage with lights, with music, and with you, their 3 VIP guests, and moving on to the rear of the building where we will celebrate them and their red carpet finish to the year. We are expecting that this will happen May 27th through June 5th, as long as we are able to transfer from our current safer at home condition to phase one. Now, normally we have a lot of fun things that wrap up that recital experience, but because of the situation, we're going to reduce that to the 2 things we think might matter most, and that would be a modified design for a commemorative t-shirt and a plush Stellarina. Now, if you don't know Stella, I actually have a golden retriever named Stella. She's been trained to be a therapy dog. A lot of the kids know her. And we made a plush stuffy, and this art was drawn by my niece. So thank you, Olivia, for that. So here's why we think this approach is very important. One, because it heeds assembly limits. We are not anytime soon going to be able to put more than 10 kids in a room. It's mindful of social distancing, and it eliminates any challenges that we would have putting groups back together in the event that we would try to wait for a possible phase 2 or phase 3 period. It just wouldn't be possible to put those groups back together. We wouldn't have all of the same kids. We can't hold hands. We can't do the circle. We would literally have to rebuild everything. And in doing so, we think that it would actually reduce the confidence of the kids to finish well. Our number one priority is to make this finish of the season easy for parents and extended family to participate and to support the social emotional needs of kids. It's important that they see a finish line and that they're able to get there in the best way possible. So getting ready for this is just like it would be getting ready for a traditional show, except that we want you to start by visiting your Google Classroom and practice those recital videos. We've got them all filmed for you. And if you need any help with that, please contact chris.mistysdance@gmail.com. After you've done that, you've got to find that costume, tights, shoes, hair pieces, and don't worry if you don't have yours yet. We have it, and you will be notified for a special costume curbside pickup. So be looking for that information to come in your email. We are also going to be giving you a special invitation and background that you can load into Zoom and share with friends and family. But again, please remember, they won't be coming through our platform. They'll be going through your phone so that you can share with them what's going on. We need to keep our platform for our kids in as many spaces so they can see as the teachers as easily as possible. Now, as we move into this, a lot of the focus, of course, is on making sure that we have a lot of students, a lot of them are little, making sure that we're getting them to the finish line. But in doing so, we don't want to forget that we also have a big group of seniors this year who are not only trying to get to the finish line of the dance year, but the finish line of their entire dance experience. And there's been a lot of, loss associated with this. And not just here, but at school and sports and prom and senior days and graduations and all that makes that senior year special. So parents, we're asking for your support. Would you help us in love on our seniors? Just a little extra this year. We're going to be highlighting them on Instagram and Facebook, and they're going to have time to process all of these changes with their teachers and classes. And if you could just please help us in showing up for those Facebook Lives and giving them a great audience to celebrate not just the finish line of the recital, but indeed their entire dance journey. So thank you for your help in celebrating our seniors well. So now let's take a look at what summer and fall will and could possibly look like. I'm going to divide this into two categories. One is what we call the known, and we're fairly confident that we know what it's going to look like based on our conversations with the La Crosse County Health Department to transition from phase 0 or safer at home into phase 1. And here we have a timeline that will walk you through it. So as I've already said, this week we're going to send you details according to your age group so you know a little bit more about what virtual recital and red carpet recital will look like. And you have the opportunity, by the way, to do one or the other or both, totally up to you. Next week, we're going to give you curbside costume pickup options if you are part of the 10% that did not get your costume before we went to be safer at home. On May 1st, we will get out audition info for our performing groups and updated summer programming info. May 11th to 16th will be that virtual recital experience week, and we have so much fun stuff planned for you. I hope you will join us. We really have put our hearts in it. We think it's going to be great. After that, we're going to close down for about a week and a half so that we can work on schedules for fall and summer placements, performance prep for our red carpet recital experience. We will be getting out level placements in fall schedule just like we normally would on May 26th, and then we're going to kick into a week and a half of red carpet recital experiences. You will get all of the details regarding how to sign up for this by email, by age. So please be on the lookout for that. And again, if you have any questions after receiving that and listening to this whole presentation, please contact chris.mistysdance@gmail.com. To help parents, we are going to extend the early bird deadline for summer programs to June 1st, and we will tell you in just a little bit why we're confident we can still deliver those. And June 6th will be our fall registration per our previous schedule. Now, as we move past June 6th, it starts to become what we call the quote planned for. We are planning for certain activities, but the exact dates will depend on when we move from phase 1 to 2 and then again from 2 to 3. So looking ahead, we are hopeful and planning for a summer program that will roughly last from mid-June to early August. We are looking at rescheduling performance company competition dates late July or early August. We are looking at early August for a potential performance of Ballet La Crosse's Mozart Requiem. We have 20 kids who have been working their hearts out on that. We'd love to be able to see them bring that to life. We are going to be starting classes early this fall. We'll start them in mid-August. And we're going to schedule in a mid-October break in the event that there's a second wave. So starting early allows us to do a couple of things. It allows us to make up for some lost classroom time and training. It also allows us to put that fall break in the event that we need to modify our schedule for a second wave. And then out in that phase 3, that really, we need to get much closer to that before we can start looking at Christmas cookie social structure or a full-length fall ballet because of the number of kids that are in those casts and because of the size of the audience. But as always, even as we're working through the somewhat known and the unknown, we're always giving you more to love. So please continue to follow the free bonuses that are listed in the MDU student and parent community online. We have a different themed week. We just wrapped up Silly Socks Week, and we have 2 more themed weeks, and then, of course, our virtual recital week. We also have an initiative that we are calling Helping Hands, and we're very proud and pleased to share with you all the ways that we are helping families in the season to come. So we've already refunded all recital and ballet lacrosse tickets, but in addition to that, we are committed to no additional tuition or ticket fees for the 2019-20 season. So we are going to help you put a bow on the package of this season with no additional tuition or ticket fees. We've returned all of that. We are also able to refund any unused competition fees for those kids who participate in that if it is not rescheduled or if you're not able to attend the rescheduled dates. As we mentioned in our last family chat, we are providing a free and fun week of summer classes. This is totally new. It has not been on the schedule yet, so it's not one of our existing weeks. Brand new week. Be looking for more details when we put out our summer program. And I think this is a big one. We're going to be splitting up fall registration fees for families. So typically registration for the last 22 years has required a payment of your first and last month tuition and a registration fee. This year it will be first month and registration fee only, putting off that last month for nearly an entire year. We're also looking at making some modifications to our dress code class requirements to be on company and costume requirements, just trying to find ways that we can create some efficiencies for families. We are also establishing a family emergency communication and 100% backup on classes, which we're very excited about and we want to talk about next. So after we get through our red carpet recital experiences, we will be converting our website to feature this color-coded communication system. And at all times on our website and on our social media page, if you go there, there's going to be a circle in the corner that will be either green, yellow, or red. If it's green, it means go to your class as usual. Everything is okay, and we've put all of the appropriate safeguards in place for you to attend class as usual. If that dot is yellow, it means please check your email because we've made some changes to today's classes to make sure that we are operating at the safest levels possible. What could some of those changes be? Well, they could be staggered schedules. They could be staggered studios or start times. It could be maybe that the lobby is going to have a reduced capacity or a class would have a reduced capacity. Really, it could be many things. So we're just going to put all of the changes into the bucket of yellow. If you see a yellow dot, please check your email for more information. If it's red, full stop, stay home, and we will immediately transfer all of the learning to online platform just as we did this spring. So we have a 100% backup at all times now on all classes going forward. That is a very good thing that came out of this. Now, as we wrap up all of those details, I want to share with you something that I think is exciting. So I got a call from WXOW TV 19 this week asking if I was ready to share an announcement. And my first response was that I wasn't because we were so wrapped up in trying to finish strong and prepare everything that I've shared with you today. And what they shared with me is, no, I think this is a perfect time to do it because you want to give families something to hope for. So in that spirit, I'm pleased to announce that we are planning to expand service to Holmen in the fall. We're going to be a part of the new Boys and Girls Club beautiful facility. It's the former Festival Food Center that was donated by Dave and Barb Scogan, and we will be having a leased space inside that facility as part of our support to the Boys and Girls Club, but also an expansion of our programs to kids right there in that community. And we are also going to be welcoming True North Chiropractic into our Onalaska space in the South Retail that has been empty since we built. So here's why this is special and exciting. And I did choose to share it with the media when they asked, and I am choosing to share it with you now. And that's because This was well planned for a long time ago. We've been working on this project since last summer, actually, and hoping for a new great neighbor in our existing facility since we opened. But here's why I think it's important to share it now. Because it means that we believe in our community, that we believe that together we can beat back COVID-19. We believe together we can build a new norm. We believe that together we will work hard to open our communities safely and responsibly, and that there will be a time when we will be back sharing services face to face and giving hugs to the kids and all of the beauty that comes with that human connection that can only happen face to face. So we are moving ahead. We've been through hard times as a business and a community before. We were through 9/11. That was when my daughter was born. We were through the housing crash of 2008 and the tough times back then. That's actually when we built our second location. And here we have these two young new chiropractors stepping out into business for the first time, and they've not been through any of that, and they're still moving forward. So I think it's a great story of belief in our community and confidence that we will move forward together. And it's in that spirit that I thank you again. I thank you for sitting through this presentation. I thank you for helping to support our kids and teachers to finish strong and helping us to move forward strong as we've shared all of our plans for in this presentation. And it is with the deepest gratitude and sincerity that we enter our 23rd year and that we are more excited than ever for our shared future together. Thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we can't wait to see you at our virtual recitals and at our red carpet recital experiences. Take care.